Hello and welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. We're continuing our ship evolution video and series as we continue to build out the space pod. Alright, so from the last episode, we finalized making the drill, which is housed right out here. And we added a basic assembler, basic refinery down here, just so we could refine stone and everything like that. And we found an ice asteroid, basically. Now the problem is we still need to find cobalt so we can get some more storage. And yeah, and based on comments, a lot of people were asking, why did I not put the drill right over here? It's going to be airtight and everything. Mainly because I was afraid that the way I play likely will hit the drill a little too hard and potentially damage the survival kit. And I didn't want that to happen. So I built it a little bit different for the time being. And of course, you guys did answer and debated about this whole air vent thing being pressurized on and off. Makes a lot of sense, which is awesome. So, you know what I'm going to do is just turn this thing off based on the way I used these doors, because I barely ever shut them off. So let's just do it that way. All right, so we have 20k of ice. I don't even know why we have 20k of ice, which is fine. And I think we have the O2. Yeah, we have an O2 tank here, which is perfect. So that potentially will be enough to kind of fill up the oxygen, and that's completely filled up. All right, so do we and can we potentially make a small hydrogen tank? Looks like we can't because of progression. So what am I missing to move on with making more stuff? So it looks like I need to make batteries is one thing, which is a pain because we do have batteries on this guy and we can grind it down and then rebuild it. But grind it down slow enough, we might be able to get away with just making one power cell instead of 20 or 80 on this thing. But first, where are the batteries? I think the batteries are hidden. Is it between here? Does that look like it? I'm not sure. No, that is the iron thruster there. So where's the batteries located? So batteries, I don't see from the top of it just by looking at it. It must be hidden underneath the behind the cargo maybe. So I wonder if we could do it this way. So we could do battery A, let's do show on HUD. And will that work? Doesn't seem to be working that way. Okay, so that didn't work out. Where are the batteries on this thing? You would think I would know, but apparently not for some reason. So the batteries, I'm thinking it's definitely not under this guy, the front part of it. It's probably back. It's definitely back here, and I'm thinking it's right in here, right underneath this. Yep, it's right there. Okay, so looks like, yeah, 80 power cells. So if we do this slowly, wait, let's just make sure we can make at least 1 or 2 power cells first. Which is going to be this here. So we can make 2. Yep, we can make 2. Okay, good. That's good. So let's just do this. Since we got to make a battery, right? Let's just grind this down a little bit. And when we hit close to the hacked part, we got to slow down. So right around there. Because if we go too much, we're going to lose a lot of power cells. If you grind down batteries, you're not going to get the power cells back. So we got to do this carefully. Oh, that was a little too much. But I just got to make 1 more power cell now. So now, instead of building a whole battery with 80 power cells, I just needed 3 more. So that way, we can upgrade the progression. As you see here, or you saw the wording down there. We only wasted 3 power cells to update the progression, which is awesome. So now, with progression, we unlock all the the pistons, rotors, and everything like that. But that's still not the tanks that I was going for. That was just to get that started for the most part. So where's the tanks? the tanks. Where's the hydrogen tanks? Right here. So I gotta make an O2 H2 generator. So that's not gonna be a big deal. Why is this on? I must have turned on previously to charge up the batteries, I believe. But we don't need that right now. So we just turn that off. I don't know what I turn off the... What did I just turn off here? Turn off the cargo container. Okay. Let's turn this guy off. There we go. So the O2 H2 generator is this thing. And what we want to do here is the same thing. Kind of grind it down. Rebuild it. Progression's done. So the cheesiest way ever, but it works. So now we can make tanks. And I want to make a small hydrogen tank on here because it can house some of the O2 that's being created. So where can we put this guy? Not too sure, actually. I could potentially break this up here. Yeah, I could potentially break it up over here, get rid of vent and store it here for the time being, or not. I don't know. So I probably don't really want to go that route per se. So what would be a good route here? So we could put a hydrogen tank where this iron thruster is, that's going downwards. That might be a good spot, but I do need to replace that somewhere. And it's probably going to be right here, if anything. So can we make iron thrusters? It looks like we cannot. So lucky I didn't do anything with that. So what is the progression for the thrusters? That looks like a landing gear. So we just need to make a quick little landing gear for now. And of course we can make the small one. So let's just do it that way. Gather some parts. Weld it up really quick. And I have no motors or construction components. Nope. So I think I need motor, construction components. Simple as that. I think that's all it needed, right? And yep, that's all we needed. So we just get that functional, get rid of it. And now I hope we could make iron thrusters. Nope, I could make wheels. Alright, we gotta check this out. I think it's gonna be a cockpit or control seat. Where are we? Yep, like a remote control, cockpit, seats, and everything. So we'll just have to dismantle our current seat. Rebuild it. And we should be good here. Now we can make iron thrusters, and we can make the warfare ones too. I'm gonna stick with the original one for now, which is the 2x1 sized one. They still look pretty good, actually. Okay, so we could place one right over here for the time being. So I'm gonna put it here, and we could just get rid of this. And transfer the parts. And so. Alright, so almost done welding this guy up. And it's going to be a little bit unbalanced for the time being, because once we get mats to make a second one or another one, we'll probably put it right over here. But we're just going to make it look a little dysfunctional for now. And it looks like my gyroscope is not attached to anything. Can I even make it gyroscope? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so the gyroscope I need to move. We can move it right over here. Yeah, we can move it there. That's perfectly fine. So we put a gyroscope here. Can we make the gyro? I hope so. Yes, we can. So we're gonna put it right here. And we just need to grab the parts that I put away. and then also finish grinding this guy down. So there's a lot of metal grids here, which is perfect to make storage with the cargoes, but we're not going to sacrifice a gyroscope just for that, because we're not going to be able to fly properly if that's the case. Alright, so that's emptied out. We got our gyroscope. I didn't even check to see a hydrogen tank, what it takes to make one. If it takes metal grids, then I can't really do anything about it. No, we're okay. It's a lot of materials to make it. So let's see. Can we put it right there in the build planner and produce it? I hope we have enough materials to produce it. It looks like we might be able to do it. Not sure about all this. I'm not sure if we have enough, actually. No, we might not have enough, but it's fine. So what we're going to do here is pretty much put the hydrogen tank right over here on the outside. So that way, well, it's not connected to anything, so that's the worst part about it. So it would be cheaper to do it like this, but it's gonna stick out a little bit, which is not good. It's gonna stick out like that, which is not good. Why is cheaper this way? Because we just put a angled plumbing right over here and we'll be set. You know what we should have done, actually? We should have made it sticking out this way. So I think that is the better bet to do, and I feel like we could do that right now if we want to, but then we gotta move the freaking gyroscope all over again. So that's a bit of a pain. We definitely do need a better spot for the gyroscope. And I don't know, where should we put that right now? Yeah, let's just move it. We're gonna have to move it. We're gonna have to get rid of this ion thruster. And you know what? Since there's 3 going forwards, we could potentially just put one going this way as well. So why not put it right over here? So I'm gonna put this one here. So we get rid of forward thrusting momentum a little bit, but at least we have a little bit more downwards thrust, which isn't too much and not too little. Well, it is probably too little, but it evens out our upwards and downwards thrust here. And did I just unhook that? No, that one's still fine. So we put this iron thruster over here. So now it looks a little more symmetrical for the most part. But what does that matter? Because the drill is on one side anyways. It's not symmetrical. Alright, so that's done. We want to put the tank this way. And we can do that by doing this right here. And I hope we have produced everything we needed. It looks like we did, which is perfect. So we'll just grab that. So we need steel tubes, the large ones. Grab the rest of those. Well, I'll just grab these for now. And 2 more large steel tubes. And that's going to be right there. Okay, so we got our large or small hydrogen tank, which is great. So we can store some hydrogen this way. And unlocks progression a little bit. So we have some storage for ice. Or hydrogen, let's just say. Okay, it's filling up pretty decently, so that's good. So we can store it this way so we can keep it running or store the power for our hydrogen engines. So it's not anything significant that we use that for, but just to give some more storage. Or some big, because we're going to store hydrogen basically. We have the ice here, so we might as well do it now. And what we can also do is add the gyroscope here instead, which is a decent placement of it, not the best, and it's not future-proofing anything, to be honest. So we're just gonna have to leave it there for now, and then we'll come back to it later down the line, and move it again if we really need to, which is probably and most likely necessary. Okay, where is the metal grids? So that's a lot of metal grids for a gyroscope. I never realized that it takes 50 metal grids for a gyroscope. Luckily, the space pod comes with it. And ooh, I'm gonna die. This is not good. We're all powered up. Let's just prevent that from happening. All right, so let's see here. Gyroscope is complete, and we're good to go for now. So if we really needed to or want to, we just add the specific little let's gear out the steel plates. We can add a little bit of designing here if we need to, which is not much of a design, but a little bit of something. So we can just round it out a bit or corner it. And we're good. Okay. So we're looking okay. So it's changed up a little bit. Not significantly. But, you know, more than enough. In terms of ice, we're still gathering a little bit slowly, which is fine. We're getting ice. We still have a bunch of ice. It looks like we got rid of a decent amount of it so far. So we could just drill for more if we need to. And I think that's okay. Gyroscope's a little fast. So gyroscope, usually I think by default, it's at 0.5 or 50%. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Alright, so what I'm always afraid of is this. If I go too fast, I'm going to hit the drill and it's going to break something right behind it. So that's why I built it the way it's built now. Again, not the best looking thing in the world or not the most efficient way of doing it, because I could have put it just on the survival kit. It's just that I was very scared that I was going to break something really quickly. And breaking the survival kit is probably the worst thing to do, because we're not going to be able to make another one if we don't gather the gold or silver that requires to make medical components. Alright, so I'm going to grab a bit more of ice so we have it. And I think I just filled up on my cargo container full of ice. Yeah, I did. Okay, so let's not do too much and let that kind of work itself out. The ice is going to convert to hydrogen, and then we can store that for power. I mean, if we really needed to, I think we're a little low on power, so we can turn on the hydrogen engines again and kind of recycle that power a little bit for now. And then when we need to, what I'm going to do is put some solar panels up too. Not quite sure where I'm going to put solar panels on this thing without making a drastic change to it, but we're gonna have to think about it sooner or later. And we got military escort, military mine layer, military escort, private sale. We have so many different types of NPCs near us right now for some reason. Quite interesting. Hopefully none of it's gonna attack. They all look like they're neutral, so we should be okay, but you kind of never know if you get too close, I guess. I don't know. I hope it doesn't attack. Got a commercial freighter. We have a SPRT over there. So that's interesting. Are we going to get attacked sooner or later? Maybe. A drone might come and get me. I don't know. I got no defenses right now, so that's not a good thing. But I do need to keep roaming around because I do want to get some cobalt. And that's a drone facility, so that's not good. So that means the potential chance for a drone to come at me in a few minutes. And I'm going to have to outrun it a little bit until I can get some defenses. Which is not good. I mean, I know we have magnesium marked somewhere, so that should be okay. So yeah. Alright, so is our ore detector on? It is. We probably need antenna to broadcast a little bit better too, I think. How does that work? again? I'm not too sure. It's at 150. Alright, so we're good there. This asteroid doesn't seem to be showing too much of anything right now. But will I be able to see it from afar? I'm not seeing anything on the surface. So that's interesting. So this is a really, really big asteroid too, which is crazy. But I'm not seeing anything from afar, which I'm not a fan of right now. I want to see some blue for cobalts because I want to get some more storage. But the problem, once I get more storage, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put the storage. So the storage, obviously what I'm wanting to do is put the largest one I can, so then that way we don't have to worry about our storage issues or, you know, making it all congested in that sense. And I think even right now with the ice problem, yeah, we still have a bit of problem with the ice. We're completely filled. That's not good. Alright, so we're gonna leave this guy here. Keep an eye on that drone facility just in case it's gonna attack us or whatever. Okay, there is something here and it's looking like ice. Yeah, it's ice. Yep. So that's not what we need. And is it going to have anything other than ice on this asteroid? So unfortunately we are still asteroid hopping for resources. So we're gonna have to keep doing that for a bit until we can find some cobalt. So I'm not gonna mark this ice because actually, you know what? I might just mark. No, I should mark it. Why? Because I'm gonna end up coming back to the same asteroid and not remembering what was here and think it's either nothing or I never explored it here. So let's do GPS ice. I don't think that's gonna, is that gonna overlap the ice? No, it created ice 2 automatically, which is great. Okay, so where's our respawn pod? We're gonna have to go hop around. We're gonna go to the next spot, I believe, and I am upside down. And let's see here. Can we see what is on this asteroid? I'm not seeing anything on the surface. And yeah, I feel like I do need an antenna on this thing so I can see better. Oh, it says ice. I found ice. So it's just more and more ice everywhere. It was very important in the beginning, but once we found that ice asteroid, not as important. But let's just be sure. I know I just saw it for a second. It was 200 something meters away. Right there. Ice. Okay. Does it share with anything else? It doesn't seem like it is. So that's not fun. Alright, just GPS ice this. It's gonna be ice 3 probably. And on to the next one. That's a pretty decent cluster, and I think that's actually pretty far away by the looks of it. Yeah, we're just gonna risk it. Did we start there? If we'd start there, we should have marked it. If we didn't mark it, then that's on me. Oh wells. And here's a good tip for you guys. If you are doing what I'm doing, which is turning off dampeners and flying forwards, make sure, and you're going to an asteroid, make sure that you're flying in an empty space next to the asteroid, because you never know how quickly you're gonna stop. If you don't stop in time, you're gonna smack into the asteroid. So I usually aim a little bit off, like right here, and then when I think I'm close, turn dampeners on, and it will slow, and then the backward thruster will slow us down. So that's what I normally do. So right about now, looks like we're close enough. Turn dampeners on, and again, we only have what, 2 backward thrusters, so it's not gonna slow us down significantly quickly. So you gotta really be careful of when to really launch that or turn dampeners back on. But if you don't know how fast your ship slows down. Yeah, usually a good idea to aim for an empty space. Uranium. Wow. That is a good find early on. But we still can't even do anything with it because, well, we still got to make a regular refinery and an assembler as well. But I can't believe we found uranium already. Alright, we got the uranium. We also got... Let me just move over a little bit. We also got the silicone, which is good. Just in case if we ever need silicone. And that'll be useful for windows and of course, solar panels. Where is this silicone? It looks like a pretty interesting spot. Ooh, interesting spot. See, like that hit pretty hard. Is this silicone? I'm not too sure. It kind of looks like it. But we're gonna just grab that. Not leave a little pixel. And I'll drill. Yep, that was silicone. So we just picked up a little bit of silicone, so it's useful. And what part of that asteroid is silicone? Is it the whole thing? So is this it? No, that's not even silicone. I guess this. I guess that little piece was, or this is. Is this silicone? Yeah. All right. So it's a weird piece. Is this whole thing's not silicone? This is stone. Yeah, that's stone. Okay, so it's right here is the silicone, which is a little bit odd. So if I go hopping, am I going to find other materials? Probably not. Likely going to find uranium and silicone, yeah. So I think this whole thing is uranium and silicone. Like this is uranium. Yeah, that's uranium. Huh. That kind of speeds the game up a little bit because uranium is a good source of power, obviously. So he still ain't got storage, so that's the problem. This is, yeah, this is all uranium here. This cluster is uranium and silicone, which is good. Or silicon. Silicon. One of those. I don't know why I just say silicone. And I think this is, oh, ouch. Ooh, almost killed myself. Yeah, I think clusters like this would normally be the main two resources. And here is uranium and silicone. Silicon. It's silicon. Whatever. Alright, so we know where uranium and silicone is. We can get a little bit more if we need to. It looks like that little asteroid right there that kind of looks like a turtle. It's also silicon. So just get a little bit. We don't need it per se. And it's going to stay in the drill for a little bit. Alright, I think we got more than enough. Okay. We'll leave that alone. If we do really are desperate for storage, we can go small grid. But I don't think I'm up to that point just yet, so we're not going to do that right now. So now we're going to jump to a different cluster, and I think that cluster is going to be that right there. So let's go to this cluster and hope for the best again. Just asteroid hopping over and over until we find what we need. It's a slow process, but that's the only really way to really get a decent amount of resources. And what we got here is more silicone. And it's probably the same cluster of asteroid. Is it considered the same cluster? Probably. Yeah, I think it's considered the same cluster. So we can go to that cluster of asteroid. We can go any one of the other ones. Right, what's the closest one? That looks far. And there's three right here that are decently far away too. But I guess we could jump from one to the other really quickly. So let's go to this one. which, like, once again, that looks so far. Let's go here. So let's go all the way over here. All right, we are here, and this one is not too big of an asteroid, and hopefully stop in time. I'm not seeing anything visually to know what's there. I have to turn this guy around a little bit. Yeah, visually, I'm not seeing anything. Let's try to find out, try to get a little bit closer. And I think we kind of set ourselves up for failure with the cargo situation and getting all that ice and silicon. Oh, no, we're good. We are good. Okay, let's not get too excited and crash. Alright, so cobalt. We got cobalt. Where's the cobalt? Right there. It is... Okay, so it is inside the asteroid, so that's something we can easily get to. And not too deep in. Let's just close that for now. Alright, so the cobalt is right there. Okay. We are in business. We still need silver, but at least we got cobalt. Alright. We're gonna have to right click drill. Ooh, there's ice nearby too. Okay. We gotta get let's not get too distracted now. We gotta right click drill a little bit. Right here. We're gonna have to dig probably a decent amount until we get to the cobalt. Should have built a piston so I can kind of dig in deeper quicker, but we're gonna have to do it this way. Kind of drill out a decent hole for the ship to get in and not kind of crash into the sides of the walls, I guess. So a bit of a process. Not my favorite. Ooh, okay, that's a little close to kind of crashing into it. So we gotta make sure we make a pretty big hole so we don't hurt ourselves or break anything. And it's a little hard to see already, so that's not good. We have to take our time here. Let's not make it too harsh of a maneuver. And I think that's the cobalt right there, so I can start left click drilling. Alright, here we go. Cobalt. We don't need too much in the beginning, because we just need to get enough for... Alright, that's a lot. We got 12k worth. Alright, I'm gonna back up a bit. And... Ouch. Did I hit something? No. Alright, we'll back up a little bit, get some stone. Ooh, get some stone on the side here. And hopefully we are not too full. We are pretty full in terms of the cargo container. So that's not the best thing in the world. So let's move some things over. Let's make some cargo cobalt first. So it's not taking the cobalt first. Yeah, it's not taking the cobalt first because it's going to take the silicone first, which is not good. It's not what I want. Oh, there we go. Here, that's fine. Make some cobalt for now. That's what I want. And we're going to have to... You know what? We didn't even find an iron deposit. Did we? I think we either didn't in market or we didn't. I can't recall. But that would really help us a lot in terms of making iron. Right now we're just using stone to make iron, which is not the best thing in the world, but it's not terrible either. So with that, we're able to get the cobalt so we can make metal grids, but we still do not have the iron that we need. So that's going to be interesting. So we're going to run into an issue where we're going to refine stuff. Why are we refining silicone now? Are we? No, we're doing cobalt. Why is this jumping around? Oh, I think it's the less of the cobalt, the more silicone it's producing. I don't know. Whatever. So, what does it take to make some cargo? So, large cargo needs 24 metal grids. If we can make 24 metal grids, I think we're golden. In this case. So, we can make 24. Oop, that's a lot. If we make 24, we're pretty set. So let's just put that in the first part of the queue. And that's 1, 2. Okay, so we might be okay. Maybe. I don't know. Do we need the survival kit to produce stone? Which I think it is already. Yeah, it's still doing stuff, I think. We just queue up a whole bunch of these guys here. And basic. We only got 5. So cargo situation is bad because even the survival kit's not produce anything. Why is that actually? We don't even have that much stone. That's why. I thought we just... Alright, I guess it took all the stone that it needs already. That was pretty quick actually. So the drill... Yeah, has no stone. Interesting. So yeah, we definitely need to find an iron deposit sooner or later. Otherwise, we're going to have to fill up this drill with stone. Which is probably not the best thing in the world. Oh, there's a bunch of stone here. Well, I probably just got it now. Let's just fill up this drill with stone. Because we need the survival kit to produce iron. Enough iron to make the metal grids, and then we also need to make more stuff with iron anyways. So yeah, we're in pretty bad shape because we didn't find iron, an iron deposit for the most part. So slowly but surely we'll get there. I mean, we could travel around to look for an iron deposit, which probably would be the best idea in the world since we got enough cobalt to hold us for the time being. Maybe we should travel... I was going to say travel here, but that's the same cluster. So that's not useful. So let's go to a fairly close cluster of asteroid. And I thought we were in a space where... Alright, yeah. We are in a space where we're pretty close to the other one. So we're going to go to this one as we're refining stuff. Alright, so we definitely need silver and or iron for the most part. Iron probably primary. Nickel would be a good thing too, which we haven't been too concerned of just yet. But the good news is that we are slowly getting our cobalt that we need, and we got the metal grids that we need for a large cargo container. But the problem is we still need a bunch of interior turrets, interior plates, construction components, and things like that as well. I think the closer asteroid is this one here. So we're gonna have to try to stop and float to it. And I think before we completely finish off what we're doing today, we're gonna have to find a way to make the refinery and the assembler. The assembler is not too big, so I'm not too concerned about making the assembler. I'm more concerned about the refinery. The refinery takes a bit more to kind of make. It's much bigger. So we're gonna have to update the ship just a tad to make it fit and to make it look good at the same time. So this is probably going to be my last asteroid that I'm gonna jump to for now. And we're going to update the ship a little bit more from here. So let's see. We're not picking up iron. Oh. Perfect. Perfect. We have iron. Alright. So we only missing silver, which is interesting. So once we have silver, that's going to help us with a lot of things too. But for now, hey, I'll take the iron. That's more important right now. Oop, wrong button. Than anything else. We need some light, so let's get some light here. And the light, I'm using my pretty much my suit to get the light. Okay, do we have space in our drill? Probably not. Drill, we got some space. Okay, that's not too bad. Is our refinery completely clogged? No, it's not. Okay. Here we get some iron. We don't need too much just off the bat anyway, so we just need enough to make some materials. So hopefully we don't get too much. Okay, that's a quick amount of them. That's not good. Okay, let's see. I'll drill. Let's swap it over this way, and hopefully it will produce the iron first. Or stone first. Stone first, then iron. Doesn't really matter. I think iron first would be better if it can. Stone could be produced through the survival kit, so that's why I'm more concerned with this first. So that, okay, that looks good. So we can get the pieces and everything like that from there. Alright, so other than that, what we can do, instead of making the refinery and everything right off the bat, let's go for the unknown signal first. Alright, unknown signal, what we got here, this is a pretty small unknown signal. Yeah, that's quite small. Alright, we got a new drill. Awesome. And we can always take the parachute with us. Awesome. And we can, so what I might do, since, let's see here. Alright, I got a new drill, so I think I might be able to fly here pretty quickly. Or is it too far away? No, that's too far away. Let's not risk it. Let's head back. I was thinking of flying there with my jetpack because it doesn't seem too far away. Actually, it doesn't seem that far away. Let's just do it. So I'm going to fly this way. And I'm actually traveling faster than a ship. 110 meters per second. I think the ship was capped at 100 for whatever reasons. A little cheesy, but oh well. And this is going to be a pretty big asteroid. Not what I was thinking. It's not too far away, which is good. Because I think, yeah, we're about 5 kilometers away from the asteroid that our ship's sitting in. So let's see what's here. Can we see anything visually? Not really. Yeah, I'm not seeing much visually. We'll just keep kind of looking, and then we could just get... What's that? That looks like nickel, and I see cobalt too, I think, or magnesium. That's magnesium. Nickel, magnesium. Okay, so that's not too bad. So GPS, nickel, and mag. So this is nickel magnesium cluster. So let's just head back because we're gonna get into a really bad situation where we're gonna asteroid hop with our our jetpack and not with our ship. So that's not gonna be a good thing. Okay, so magnesium, nickel, perfect. We can make some ammo if we want to make turrets. So we can add some defenses. Right, so again, we're just missing silver now, which is still important, but I think we can find silver sooner or later. Looks like we have a decent cluster right here that we can travel to. But the silver can wait until a little bit later. So let's just work on the ship a little bit. Let's get some refineries and assemblers going. So we can't just use the basic ones for the time being. And we need to add some more space as well in terms of cargo. So let's just get our ship here. And I think we're going to stay here for a little bit because we can just keep getting the iron. I'll keep trying to mix it with iron and ion. Alright, so I do wish we could make more ion thrusters though. And I don't think we can make it right now anyways. Because we need... Yeah, we need the thruster components. And I think that takes silver and platinum, was it? Or is it gold? If it's silver and platinum, we're screwed. But if it's gold, we should be fine. I don't think it's gold. But we're going to find out sooner or later anyways. Okay. So how we're going to do this, I don't know. So we can expand the butt of this thing a little bit. Meaning we could put a large cargo container right here. So, and then we can move these ion thrusters a bit. Would that be ideal? Probably not, but I think we're going to go that route. Alright, so we're going to get rid of this one. And let's just put it here, I guess? Should we put it here? I guess so. No, hard to say where I want to put this. We could put it... I guess we could put it here. Can we? Yeah, we could put it there. We do need to get rid of this kind of staircase here. Kind of not wanting to do that for whatever reasons, but it looks like we might have to. I'm just gonna have to put it somewhere random for now. And yeah, I'm gonna have to put it. I'm just gonna put it... I don't know. I really don't know what to do. Yeah, let's just put it here. We're gonna get rid of this staircase here. And ooh, looks like we're running out of inventory. This is not good. Alright, so this is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna release some scrap. What's heavy in here? There's not much things that are in here that's too heavy, though. Surprised I'm running out of space. Alright. Let's leave that out here for now. We're just gonna grind this thing down. And we can place our... Oh, we can't even place our ion thruster because we don't have space. I think this is what's heavy. Yeah, I think that's what's heavy. It's okay. Alright, so we just gotta get some more space. Hope we don't lose anything. We'll throw the ion thruster there. Kind of weld this up a bit. Grab what we need. Yeah, the ion... Oh, the thruster components is the heavy piece. It looks like. So now... Okay. I thought I just ran out of materials, but no, it's not. It's because... It's because I didn't finish grinding this thing down, so that should be okay. Alright, we're going to transfer the materials over to this guy here. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side as well. So, get this thing all done. Alright, that's perfect. So then we gotta also do the other side. So, we're gonna get rid of this. Get some materials from this. And pop that on right there. Get this on. We'll get rid of some more space. Okay. So we'll get this done. Get rid of this guy. Plug it in here. And I think we need to move the ore detector. Yeah, it looks like you do. Alright, we'll get this guy welded up. The ore detector we can put in the front somewhere, I think. We should probably put it in the front anyways. Alright, so let's just grab the ore detector. And where can we put this guy? We could probably just put it here. right here. But that's in front of the thruster, so that's not going to be helpful. Just put it up here. Yeah, we can put it up here. Shouldn't be a problem. I think. I don't know. Do we need it now? We probably don't, so we can hold off for now. Let's just hold off for now with that. So we can get rid of these little things here, which we don't need in the way. And we can leave the space empty for now here and plug in a large cargo container. Do you want to use the industrial one or do you want to use the old one? I think the industrial one makes it harder to connect stuff on different sides of the container. So here you can plug it in near the port, but up top without the ports you can't really place anything. So that's a problem that I'm going to experience. So let's just not deal with that and put this guy on here. So I think that's a perfect spot for it for now. And then we're going to have to redesign this a little bit more. But the good news is that everything's connected, as long as we can get that all welded up. Okay, we got power back. So let's weld up the cargo first. So the large cargo container we'll put there. And probably don't have enough parts to weld the whole thing up, but should be okay. Why are those things floating? Must be coming out of things that I took out earlier. So let's get those steel plates back really quick. Plug it right in here. And we're probably missing a chunk of stuff. Yeah, we definitely are. So we'll plug this here. If I can get to this port, then I can grab stuff easier. Yep, that works. I'll just keep grabbing it. Oh. Can I grab more? Nope, doesn't look like it. So, alright, so let's go the old-fashioned way. We're gonna have to grab... Yeah. Alright, we need small steel tubes and motors, which we didn't create much of. So motors, stop this. We need about 20 and then 60 of these guys. So we'll let that kind of produce, and we need to kind of redesign this a little bit more. So this looks terrible with this here now. So we should just get rid of that, and we should put it towards the tail end of it. So let's see. This is a ramp, which I think it's actually... Does it cost less? Oh, we can't even make a ramp, so that's fun. So to make a ramp, what do we need? We probably don't want to get too concerned with it right now, to be honest. I think it's just decoration. Yeah, it's one of these decorations right here, ramp. We need to make it like interior wall or whatever for the most part. Let's not get too concerned with that right now. Let's just make it out of steel plates, since we have iron. And I queued up a whole bunch to make a whole bunch anyways. So we could easily kind of expand on the current design, and instead of putting a ramp where it was just before, we can put the ramp on the tail end right over here. So we can do it this way, like that, and then we can just use regular big old blocks for the time being, like so, and that will make the design a little bit okay. It's not the best, for sure. It's not the best, but it'll be fine for the time being. All right, so let's just what do we need? The motors and the steel tubes we got, so we are set there. We'll add this guy here. So now we got our large cargo container, which is exactly what we wanted for the most part. So now we have more mobility to move stuff around in terms of, you know, all the ice that we have, all the cobalt, iron, and stone that we had. I don't think we have any more stone, but a little bit. But now we definitely have more space for everything, which is great. So I'm gonna queue up a decent amount of metal grids so we can store it that way, and we can queue up a decent amount of construction components, computers, and everything else that I can think of. We can just queue it up, keep in storage for the time being, because we should be able to get all this stuff anyways, which is perfect. And while we're doing that, we're just gonna kind of rebuild out the ship a little bit so we can make it look a little bit better. There's a freighter kind of close, 9k away. As long as it's not heading towards my direction, I'm okay with that. Alright, so steel plates, we're gonna grab a bunch. We'll just do this again. And we're just kind of cornering it out a little bit. In this sense, right there. We'll weld this up. And we'll think about color changing later. But this should do it. Oh, we have cobalt, so we can go and move on to level 2 or level 1 welders. We have a drill already, which is great, so that's fine. So let's just do that. Let's just produce some tools first. So we can do... we need nickel, which we probably have. We'll do that and that. For now, let's get be the priority. Please, please, please. Do we have nickel? Don't tell me we're out of nickel. If we're out of nickel, we have to go and get it. We have very little nickel. So then we do have to go and get it. Alright, so I guess we can't make... no, we could. Okay. Didn't take too much. But it looks like we need more nickel. Because we are... yeah, we're making a ton of metal grids that's using nickel. So maybe not cube that many, because we're gonna need some nickel for the motors. Everything else is iron. Yeah, except for computers which uses silicon. I can't pronounce it. Sorry. Okay. So that makes it look decent. Not the best. Decent. We should angle this out a little bit better. So get rid of these guys. And we can angle it out similar to this here. The ramp. So I'm just going to turn that into a different color, of course. We'll just do this. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Okay, here we go. We'll put this here. And we'll just make it look like that for now. Okay, so why am I still using these tools if I just made new tools? You might be asking, and that's because I just forgot. So here we go. So now we have a little bit quicker tools. Not the quickest, but it's going to do. And we'll put this here. Okay, perfect. Now the gyroscope definitely needs to move if we can. Or put something in between. Right here and here. I'm not sure what. We can add more batteries if we need more power. And as I say that, my energy is low. So, nice coincidence. Alright. So, let me just finish these blocks off. Get some power and start thinking about where we're going to put our refinery and assemblers and stuff like that. That's going to be rough because, yeah, I don't know where I'm going to put that, to be honest. An assembler might be easier. The refinery is going to be the hard part. And we're going to need both because one leads to the other. Refinery is going to refine gold, silver, uranium, and platinum. And the assembler is going to make us some more high-end items like the thruster components, What else does it? I don't even know what else it makes, to be honest. But for sure, thruster components will be one of them. But for the most part, I think we are all set with today's video. We did a lot of traveling, a lot of searching, a lot of asteroid hopping to get our resources, but of course we're still missing some silver, but that's gonna take some time to get. So we got everything else set to start updating the ship, which is a good thing. So hopefully that's the next video where you'll see a big difference in the ship itself from the original, as kind of like the first phase of the upgrade. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, this series. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, like the video, and also subscribe to the channel. And of course, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.